Riot Games, makers of hits such as Valorant and League of Legends. You can see where I'm going with this. This video is about how Riot Games is ass. Quite literally. This video is about how Riot Games is ass. And before you say I'm a hater, in which I am, I have played League of Legends and Valorant, probably the two most played games in the last 3 months. So I think I'm qualified to talk on why this company is extremely bun and why, quite frankly, they're going to hell. So with that in mind, like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, and let's get right into it. So, my first point on why Riot Games is going to hell and why it needs to be shut down as a company is because it is giving drugs to children. Yes, it is giving drugs to people of all ages, aka League and Valorant. 2XKO, you're spared for this time. We're going to let you cook a little bit more before we give you the drug allegation. Now, the definition of drugs is, a definition of drug is a medicine or other substance which has a psychological effect when ingested or otherwise introduced to the body. If we classify League and Valorant as a substance and we classify playing it as introduced to the body, this follows the definition, does it not? Does League and Valorant not have a psychological effect on the person playing the game? Who here has played League? Who here has played Valorant? Who here thinks they are a better person after playing these games? And notice how every single hand dropped. Every single hand. Not only does this make you a better or worse person, a bad person, but it is also addictive. And not only is it addictive, but you'll never get the high that you first got when playing this game, when playing these games, because it's so crazy how they managed to make two different games in two different genres the exact same. Deadass, Valorant and League are the exact same game. I think the perfect image to describe this is the one following the screen. Playing the game versus thinking about the game. Thinking about League and thinking about playing Valorant is bliss. You're like, wow, I really want to play those games right now. Until you hop on and your bottom lane goes 0-10, your smokes, your Omen goes 0-18-5, and all of a sudden the game's not fun anymore, bro. And all of a sudden the win that you had yesterday that you dropped 40, all of a sudden it's like, wow, this game is ass, and you just wasted 40 minutes. That's another thing about this game. Why both of these games take 40 minutes per game minimum? I don't know. Just some things to think about. Just some things to think about when they're indoctrinating you into their cult. I don't know, but we'll get to that point a little bit later. Stay tuned. Disliking League and Valorant is a natural reaction. Let me explain. Humans are naturally scared of a few things. Falling, loud noises, getting a job. Now, if you ask someone if they're scared of loud noises, they'll tell you no. It just startles them. You know, it's just a natural reaction, right? Well, think about it. For those people who have never played League, for those people who have never played Valorant, lucky ass motherfuckers, can you explain why you don't like those games? Because I bet you don't. I bet if you heard someone play League of Legends, you would think illy of them, right? Well, the reason this is because these games are meant to be afraid. These games are meant to have ill-mannered feelings towards them, because these games go against what makes people human. Think about it, right? What do you not like about League? What makes you think League is such a bad game? Just the aura it has? Just the feeling that this game is bad? Just the hive mind collective that this is a bad game, that the people that play this game are bad? that sounds like an innate natural fear, an innate natural thing to stay safe. And to be fair, you're not wrong for thinking this, because by actively avoiding League, by actively not playing League, it's like actively avoiding, I don't know, methamphetamine, cocaine, two bad things, right? Just some things to think about. Just some things to think about. League of Legends and Valorant are dividing the human race. Yes, they are. Because they are team-based games, and because my teammates surely always happen to have no hands, no arms, no legs, and be built like the Baki meme plus Helen Keller combined, they are dividing the human race. Now, let me explain. Valorant and League of Legends are team-based games, right? 5 people on each team. Very similar, mind you. Keep that in mind. Unfortunately, no matter how hard you try, in most case scenarios, against enemy people of the same skill, you are not going to 1v5. You might be fed in League of Legends. You might be dropping 30 in Valorant. You might be saying, I'm 1v9ing. Here's the thing. You're going to need to rely on your teammates eventually at some point in these games, no matter what. Common factor in a team-based games. Well, as established, if these games are drugs and these games are natural reactionary fears, right? If these were solo games, the effect wouldn't be as strong, right? Think of Flappy Bird. Everybody at one point was playing Flappy Bird. Everybody at one point hated Flappy Bird. Now, did they truly hate Flappy Bird? No, it was built off rage. But Flappy Bird itself, although there was a collective community, collective spirit around the game, at the end of the day, it's self-rage, it's inner rage. League of Legends and Valorant will have you saying heinous things to your teammate. And because my teammates surely always happen to have no hands, no arms, no legs, and be built like the Baki meme plus Helen Keller combined, as the previously example, and that was just natural after playing League and Val, right? So these were just some things to think about, right? Just some things to think about. And lastly, a witness testimony.
You gotta understand, you're playing a Riot game.
True, very true, very true.
Just like how Valorant is ass, because it's a Riot game. League is ass, because it's a Riot game.
That's
also
some proof.
You're playing with ranked, like ranked, and ranked is always ass. Just think about it.
Very true.
Name one time in ranked you didn't want to kill yourself. You can't.
That's pretty real. That's pretty real indeed. But what if you're winning the ranked matches?
It's fun until you're not doing well. It's fun when you're doing well and winning the matches. But if you're playing like shit and losing and winning matches, it's still fun.
Interesting.
Like you have to go and you have to win. If you like, there's 4 spectrums. There's 1. Losing and being banned. That's the worst. Actually, no, it's not. It's second worst. The worst is losing and being the GOAT. Because then your team is terrible. Then you have winning and being banned. You have winning and being the GOAT. You always want to win and be the GOAT. But most of the time, you're losing and being the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
That's some pretty sound logic to me. Sounds like to me that should burn Riot Games.